Afternoon, everybody. I just want to come on here and give a word of encouragement to each and every one, including myself. That God said when the enemy will come in as a rushing flood, God said he will lift up a standard against him on our behalf. So let's allow God to be that standard against the enemy and not allow the enemy to just come in and walk away with all our stuff. All our God-given gifts, things that God has given us. We allow the enemy to just come in and just defeat us and say, you know what, God, that's it. I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to do that no more. But God said, where is your faith at? God is talking about, he said, where is your faith? The faith of a size of a mustard seed can move mountains. The mountains, he's not talking about these rocks that's out here that's inside of these waters or that we may see in the streets or whatever. He talking about the mountains in our life that we feel like it's too big for God to move, too big for God himself to even deliver or either fix it or heal us from. Those are the mountains he talking about. He said, that's the faith that I'm asking for. Where is your faith? You don't allow the enemy just to come in and just walk away with your stuff. He walking away with your joy. He walking away with your peace. He walking away with your hope. He walking away with your husband. He walking away with your wife. He walking away with your home, your job, things of character. He want to walk away with your life. He feel like if he can take everything and strip everything from you, there's nothing left. But now he can have, then you're vulnerable to him. So then he want to come up with the illusions that make you think this is taking place and that is taking place, that God is not hearing you, that he can't, you in a place where God can't hear you. But God said, yet though the word of God said, yet though they slay me, yet would I trust him. We got to learn how to trust God, and then trusting God is activating your faith. Faith is a manifestation of you trusting God. When God begin, even though if God do not, I will say this, that when we request something of God, we know God can do all things, and he can. But if he don't do it, don't mean that he can't. All he probably doing is want to test us in our faith, to see where we are in our faith, to see if we're going to, in our patience in our faith, to see if we're going to wait on him. So I encourage you today on this afternoon to be patient, to trust God, and to wait on God in spite of what it looks like. It may look like all hell and then the tide has came up and it like it's about to overtake you. But God said in the word of God that when the enemy will come in as a rushing flood, he will lift up a standard up against him on our behalf. So trust God in his very word and let God be God in that situation. Let God be God. He the only one can be God in spite of what we may think that we got to get to a point we got to get tired of letting our